Morning, folks. It's Todd here. It is Tuesday, the 12th, April, and it's a little bit past 8 o'clock, which is, I'm going to check them. Had to get something to drink there. A little bit past 8 o'clock, which is a little bit early for me, but it's going to be a crazy day, both at Cortex Land and just a little Todd time. Got a lot going on this afternoon, so thought I'd try to bust one out a little bit earlier than normal. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, lots happened since we all I guess you all listened last week, and appreciate some of the comments. I know last week's blog was a little strange, a little reality, a little dose of what it's like to live the dream, and so that's just how it goes. You might hear some more of that, and maybe not. We'll just sort of see what happens. Anyways, I wanted to share a couple different thoughts, as well as some observations. The quick skinny of the TSF is that obviously still moving forward. We got a couple engagements in June and throughout the summer. Please, let people know about it in your web of influence. Definitely asking for $10 a month, sort of a 10 for T, if you will, so that we can transition, from the software business over to doing nothing but the foundation. And definitely need you guys' support. So definitely keep that going. Pray about it. Think about it. What is your sort of place to give financial resource and or just the time? Open to that as well. Anything at this point, definitely helps. So that's really the update for TSF. It's just sort of heads down right now, getting it done, pushing through the trenches, and making it all happen. Living down here is really different. Not sure if I've shared this before or not, but this is where I grew up, and so everywhere you look, there's the sort of 8-year-old walking Todd, and sometimes that can be a real challenge because I'm 32-year-old Todd and can't move and feel from the neck down, and this is sort of rural country. It's really made for the upright, dirt bikes, trucks, hunting, the whole hiking, all of it, and just to wheel down the driveway is painful, both physically and sort of, mentally. But it's been interesting, the opportunity to reflect and to go back to some of those memories. Yet again, traveling around Treasure Island over the weekend with the family, which was very, very cool. And Treasure Island has a 1-lane bridge to get to the other side, and it's controlled with a light and basically weight of the vehicle. And so, I'm not a vehicle, but I tend to drive as fast as I can across the bridge in hopes that a car doesn't come because there's not enough room. And so if I make it past half the bridge, then I sort of internally make the car back up. If I don't make it to half the bridge, then obviously I turn around and come back. And so anyway, the family went across the bridge of the day. My brother had never done that before, and he was a little bit nervous, but we got it, and it was cool. And we were heading up the hill, and sure enough, one of my old friends, Greg Benson, was there, and got to talk with his wife and beautiful daughter, and of course Greg's mom, and we were all just sort of reflecting for a few minutes, and then that was it. We sort of said goodbye, and they went one way, and we went the other, and I was amazed at how many memories came back, of Greg. And then my brother and I started talking about Greg. And it was one of those things where I had just sort of, I guess, not necessarily blocked out, but just moved forward on the amount of times that I used to hang out with Greg when I was little, before my paralysis and after. And one of the things I always remember about Greg is that his bedroom was like in a closet almost, and it was surrounded by Matchbox cars. And I was probably like 5 or 6, and man, I was so jealous of Greg. I wanted his bedroom so bad with all those cars and stuff. But just one of those funny old memories. And then another memory was an old Sir Mix-a-Lot song, talk about my Benzo with tinted windows. That was funny. So Greg, I know you watch these things sometimes, man. You're a solid cat, bro, and I love you and your family. You're incredible. You're gracious. You're kind. And it was definitely good to see you that morning, and I hope all the best to you, man. You just keep it rock steady and keep it happening, and continue to be the good guy that you are. I looked up to you a lot as a kid, and you're basically my hero. And so, thanks, man. And it's good to see you. And keep it going. And anyways, we were going around, Treasure Island, and Clayton, as always, is just rambunctious and crazy and doing his thing. And it was good, because my brother got to see part of that too. And anyways, we got home that afternoon, and we're all watching Netflix and doing our thing, and it does its sort of interpretations on what it thinks you might like. And so I wrote some of these down. These are Netflix's recommendations for Todd. Picks for Todd is what it's called. Sweet Life on Deck, Hannah Montana, Rugrats, Arthur, Phineas and Ferb, iCarly, and Good Luck Charlie. Yeah, and then in between that was Vin Diesel, Triple X, and my brother and I were laughing because life has completely changed. It is a different scene now, guys, and it's just got nothing about the Todd Show with disability and being crazy and films and books and poetry and speaking engagements. I mean, that's just not the priority anymore, the important piece. I think a lot will come from that, and I think I'll always do that. But man, to be surrounded by a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old now, and to be a part of a family is incredibly honoring and absolutely wonderful. My brother and I got in a fight last week, and we were able to push through that and hugged each other at the end. I mean, it was just one of those things where it's just, man, everything is just so totally different now than what it was before. And I know this blog is long, but deal with it. I got things to say and things to share. So, anyways, I just wanted to let you all know that this might be a place that people would say a lot of demons there, and I hope Todd doesn't move back and get sick and die and these sort of dark and bold comments. But I got to tell you, I think it's a choice, and I think I'm here to learn some things, and I'm excited to see the man that rolls out of this season, because he's a good man. He's got quality and integrity wrapped around him, and he's learned a lot of that from his king as well as the family that he's around. And so I guess maybe this blog is just to say thanks to everybody that I've grown up with, that I've seen now back here living in rural America, my family, Greg, Lori, everybody. Just, y'all have a big part of my life and a big part of my story. And I love how the chapters are being written in such a way that we get to interconnect with each other, down the road. So I think that's it for today. Just wanted to share with that and let you know. Really do appreciate the opportunity to put out a blog. Remember to go to the website, www.thetsf.org, and holler back at me. Oh, funny thing too, side note, this is how you know life's changed. When the 8-year-old walks in your room and says, "Uncle, is it Vow Program night?" And my response, "No, not tonight, tomorrow." She's like, "Okay, love you," and she walks out the room. Yeah. What? Vow Program night? She's 8. It's just, how horribly sad that is, but in the same breath, how wonderfully made that is. And I'm here, guys, all right? So help the foundation out. We got to go change the world, and it's only going to happen if you guys help out. I love you. Bye-bye.